Post-baby double chin finally comes in handy. Nailed it. Hello and welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new here, please subscribe and don't just lurk. Right, this is the story so far. This was part 1. I'll link it below if you've not seen it.
Mommy, a mountain.
So as the application is all pretty self-explanatory and you can pretty much see what I'm doing on the screen, I thought that I'd do something different during this tutorial, and I thought I'd actually tell you the story of the Pale Lady. So sit back, watch the transformation. Oh, just one thing quickly to note, actually. I'm just marking left and right on the insides of those cheekbones so I know which one goes on which side. Anyway, back to it. Sit back, relax, and listen to the creepy tale of the Pale Lady. The Dream, or the Pale Lady, is a scary story for kids about a girl who has a nightmare in which she meets the aforementioned the Pale Lady, a creepy woman with black hair and black eyes. It's based on a tale recounted by Augustus Hare in his autobiography. A version of this story appeared in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And here is the tale of the Pale Lady. Lexi Morgan had a dream. She was walking up a dark staircase, and when she got to the top, she walked into a bedroom. The bedroom carpet was made up of large squares that looked like trapdoors, and each of the windows was fastened shut with big nails that stuck up out of the wood. In her dream, Lexi went to sleep in the bedroom, but during the night, a woman with a pale face, black eyes and long black hair slipped silently into the room. She leaned over the bed and whispered, "This is an evil place. Run away while you still can." The black-haired woman grabbed her arm. Lexi Morgan awoke with a scream and lay in bed the rest of the night, awake, shivering and shaking with fear. In the morning, she told her landlady that she had decided not to go to Kingston after all. "I can't tell you why," she said, "but I just can't bring myself to go there." "Then why don't you go to Dorset?" the landlady asked. "It's a pretty town and it isn't too far." So Lexi Morgan went to Dorset. Someone told her she could find a room in a house at the top of a hill. It was a pleasant looking house, and the landlady there, a plump motherly woman, was as nice as could be. "Let's look at the room," she said. "I think you'll like it." They walked up a dark, carved staircase, just like the one in Lexi's dream. In these old houses, the staircases are all the same, Lexi thought. But when the landlady opened the door to the bedroom, it was the room in her dream, with the same carpet that looked like trapdoors and the same windows fastened with big nails. "Oh, this is just a coincidence," Lexi told herself. "How do you like it?" the landlady asked. "I'm not sure," Lexi said. "Well, take your time," the landlady said. "I'll bring up some tea while you think about it." Lexi sat on the bed staring at the trapdoors and the big nails. Soon there was a knock at the door. "It's the landlady with the tea," she thought. But it wasn't the landlady. It was the woman with the pale face, the black eyes and the long black hair. Lexi Morgan grabbed her things and fled. The end. Well, I have to say, Lexi Morgan, you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you? It was pretty obvious those things were not coincidences. So, yeah, maybe you should have left before you heard the knock at the door. Now, it's around about this point in the tutorial where I suddenly started doing ridiculous double-chinned pale lady smiles every 5 seconds or so, such as that. So I'm going to do a ridiculous double-chinned pale lady smile counter as we go. So let's see how many times I do it, shall we? Has anyone watching actually read the books? I hadn't actually heard of them until the film came out. They somehow must have passed me by. I was more of a point horror fan when I was a teenager. I don't know whether anybody's read any of those, but they are brilliant. I loved them. I read so many of them, but I never really knew about scary stories to tell in the dark. Bit of a mouthful. So I haven't read it, and I'm just wondering whether to get a copy or not. So if you've read it, let me know if it's worth a read. I'm guessing from reading the story of the dream that the film is only very, very loosely based on the actual monsters in the stories, as opposed to the actual stories themselves, because obviously the pale lady in the film wasn't anything like the story of the pale lady in the book. So yeah, again, if you've read the book and watched the films, let me know in the comments down below if any of the stories in the film actually do correspond to the stories in the books. Anyway, I am just going to let you watch and enjoy without having to listen to my dulcet tones for the rest of the tutorial, and I shall rejoin you at the end to do my usual outro. there we have it. The pale lady, my nemesis, the makeup that was really hard to do and work out. Probably not as hard as Barbara from Beetlejuice. If you've not seen that video, then go and take a look. But nevertheless, it was a very challenging one, and I was pretty pleased with how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed it as well, Buttes. If you did, please don't forget to like this video because it helps me out loads in the algorithm. And like I said earlier, please do not forget to subscribe if you're a newbie here. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.